Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Barbeno's World. So, while I build this path out in front of my castle, I want to talk about a little bit more of what my plans are going to be now that I'm kind of done with the castle project. When I started out this world back in June or something, I didn't have very big plans for it. And basically I just set up my base in the spawn chunks and I put a bunch of villagers in it, and basically that made the game extremely laggy. And I still have the villagers here to this day. And that's something that's really been bugging me for a while now, and I really just want to get rid of all of those villagers and build a new trading setup. But in order to do that, I need a good source of emeralds rather than the pumpkins in the spawn chunks. So my plan is to build a raid farm, so then I can get emeralds to trade with villagers in a new villager trading hall very far away from the spawn chunks that's not usually loaded, so I can minimize lag. Also, by doing this, I really hope it's going to make the spawn chunks less messy looking, and hopefully I'm going to be able to decorate it at some point. Anyways, let's go check out that raid farm. Here it is. This is called the Raid-O-Matic, and it's a raid farm that is designed by Razeworks. Yeah, it looks pretty simple, but I probably wouldn't be able to design something like this by myself because it's so risky to build a farm like this, because raid farms have to deal with some of the toughest mobs like Ravagers, and there's the other one that spawns Vexes, which can travel through walls. This design is really cool, and it spawns all of the illagers, or all of the raiders, on these blocks right up here. The Ravagers end up dying in the lava, but all of the other ones get funneled down into this pipe, and you can kill them right down here. The farm is a little bit complicated to use, but I think I've figured it out. You need to get the bad omen effect by killing a captain, a pillager captain. So just give yourself the bad omen effect, and then walk into the farm right here. So basically, a raid should start when you get up here, and you need to just kill enough of the banner guys that you get bad omen again. See, I just got it. And now, eventually, you should get dropped down, because there's a hopper clock running that will open the trapdoor below me, and I'll get dropped down and hopefully start another raid. So let's just wait for that to happen. See, now we're getting dropped down, and another raid is starting, and another clock goes, and we'll soon get pushed up. It's also very important that you don't touch the keyboard when you use this, because otherwise you can just ruin everything. Okay, now that we've got this farm working, I think I'm probably ready to start trying to build it up. But before we start that, I have to find a good spot to build the farm. And yeah, this farm basically needs to be over an ocean so that no other hostile mobs can spawn, and the pillagers can't spawn outside of the farm. So I basically need to find a pillager outpost that's near to an ocean, because the pillager outposts are where we go to get the bad omen. And yeah, I found one around here that was pretty good. See, we have these two close to spawn. We also have one up here that's in a good position, but unfortunately there's a village in between. So if we're flying in between them, we'll probably accidentally start a raid in the village, which would be bad. So the best one I think I found is just this one. It's not very close to the ocean, and the ocean is pretty small, only like 500 blocks across. But that should be big enough for what we need. So let's go ahead and make a portal out to the middle of this ocean so we can start building the farm. I'm hoping that the place that I've chosen for the farm should be in this direction, kind of near my creeper farm, but Actually, probably quite a bit further out. Okay, I've made it out to the spot, and we're like 700 blocks out in the nether, so that's pretty far. Anyways, we need to build up a portal here. Okay, perfect. It looks like we ended up directly above the ocean, just like I expected. Yeah, this actually looks like a perfect spot. And if I fly this way, I should be able to find the pillager outpost. Okay, I found it. It's right here. Yeah, that's perfect. And it's in the middle of a plains biome as well. I'm gonna go back to the base and grab a ton of resources, all that I'm gonna need for this farm. I've spent quite a long time collecting all the resources that I'll need for the farm, and I have them in these 2 shulker boxes. It's basically just a bunch of glass and some building blocks with some random redstone bits as well. You may also notice that the farm's gonna be mainly made out of emerald blocks. And yeah, that's just because I already have an absolute ton of them. And once this farm is complete, it's going to produce even more emeralds. Anyways, I usually find that collecting all of the resources before I start a project is pretty boring. But once you already done it, it's really nice when you're actually building it. I've got this little platform in, and I'm basically ready to build the farm. And actually, this is the first part of it, is this bed right here. And this is where a villager is going to be sitting, eventually. So yeah, I'm just going to do a time lapse and see how far I get in the building of the farm. Okay, so while I was recording that time lapse, I ended up dying from falling out of the farm, and now I need to run the like 1,000 blocks to get back to the farm on the nether. I totally overestimated how long it was going to take me to build this, because it's just been a couple hours and I'm completely done building the farm. And yeah, I probably could have done it in even faster, but I was just extremely paranoid about doing anything wrong, because yeah, I really don't want to mess up in a raid farm, because that can be really dangerous. Anyways, before this farm is done, I need to get some mobs in the system. I need 1 villager down at the bottom in that bed, all the way down there. And I also want a cow up here so it can provide me with milk to cure the bad omen when I want to stop the farm. But before I do that, I just want to show you the different mechanisms there are here for the actual farming part. So all the way up here is the spawning platform, and yeah, as I showed you in the world download, all of the illagers just spawn on that ice platform and they push each other off. The ravagers end up dying in the lava, and all of the other ones just fall down here, and they'll end up on this system right here that deals full damage to them to make sure they're always one hit kill. And to turn this system on, you just have to flick this switch on and off really fast. And yeah, that's the full damage system. And to stop it, it's kind of janky. You just need to break this redstone and replace it. We also have a machine over here that kind of pushes you over. So to align yourself properly for this farm, you need to line up yourself against this block, and that piston ends up pushing you over right onto this trapdoor here. And then you try to aim through this crack here and hit all of the raiders. There's also another mechanism going. It's a hopper clock right over here. And if it's running right now, there it goes. If it's running right now, it should be just a few seconds, and then we'll get dropped down to restart the raid if I was actually using the farm. I have this plan for moving the cow, and I'm not sure if it's going to work, so I'm just going to test it here in creative. So we've got a cow down. We can lead him. We can leash him with a lead, and I really hope we can pull him up scaffolding. So let's try it. Nice. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm pretty sure I saw some cows when we were looking at the pillager outpost over to the north. So I'm going to go see if I can grab one of those. Perfect. We got him in the boat. Now we just need to take him over to the raid farm, which is just a couple hundred blocks south of here. Perfect. He seems to be coming. We really don't want him to take fall damage, because sometimes when you're dragging things with leads, they just immediately die. Alright, he's almost in the pen now. Let's just give him a nudge. Alright, he's in. I've put a stash of milk buckets in this chest, and if we ever need extras, we can just fill them up. So if we drink one, we can just fill it up with this cow right here. The next thing I need to do is get a villager, and he needs to be situated right here on this bed. And when I get him, I'm going to make him a little box, so he can only stay on the bed. But the thing is, villagers are much more difficult to get than cows, because you can't leash them, and also they're really rare. So I think the best way of doing it is probably just set up a track all the way from my villager breeder at the base, and like boat him through the nether. I'm going to bring it around up here, and near my portal. I'm not gonna put them through my actual portal, I don't think, because that'd be a pain to get them upstairs. But this should be good enough. And then we can build another portal for them, like somewhere around here, I think would be good. We can grab one of the villagers from up there in this minecart. Okay, here we go. We got him here. So let's just go into a free camp so you can see him go for his ride. Here he goes. So far, so good. And he didn't go through the portal. Breaking the minecart, and he should go through the portal. And alright, now I need to catch him in the boat on the other side. So hopefully we can get him. Perfect. We just need to boat him all the way to the raid farm, which is way in that direction. It's gonna take a while. Okay, this took a really long time, but we finally made it to the portal for the raid farm. So, yeah, it might be a little bit difficult to get this guy through the portal. I'm actually a bit puzzled as to how I should do this. Did he go through? Oh, nice. He's in bed. This is actually perfect. Now I need to just grab some glass and encase him. This is gonna be his new home. Now the farm should be basically done, but I am still quite worried to test it out because, yeah, if the raiders escape, I will definitely not be prepared to fight them. So, yeah, I guess I'll have to do that at some point. So, let's go find some pillager captains to kill to get the bad omen effect to start the farm. Finally, okay, we have bad omen. Let's head back over to the farm. This part of the farm is not on. Okay, yeah, the full damage machine is in. So now we just need to make sure the hopper clock is on. It looks like it is, so let's stand in the spot. And, oh gosh, I forgot my sword. Okay, we're gonna get dropped down soon. So let's get ready. Okay, the raid has begun, and this is the first raid I've done in this world, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, the raiders are falling down, so that's fun, I guess. I've gotten bad omen already. Just need to keep killing them. Okay, we're done running the farm for 2 raids, or just a couple minutes. And now we can go check on what loots we've got. So, yeah, this is actually very good. We have a bunch of totems of undying. We have 5 in that chest, 4 more in that chest, and I'm actually just going to take one, put it in my offhand there, so that we won't die. We also got about 50 emeralds in each one, so that means we get almost a stack of emeralds for each raid. Okay, now that we have this totem of undying, there's one thing I want to test. So I was trying to test the raid farm another time, and I was trying to make a time lapse of it, but it ended up happening that I must have hit an evoker without killing it somehow, and it ended up spawning some vexes. And since they can go through walls, they they started hitting me, and I almost died. So I had to fly away really quick and cancel the raid. But I'm pretty sure that means that the issue is my sword isn't good enough, because I do have sharpness 4 on it, which should be enough, but the issue is I don't have sweeping edge. So it looks like I'm gonna need to try to get a maxed out sword for this to work properly. I know that I said that I would get rid of all of the villagers here, but I really do want to get that maxed out sword. So I think I'm probably going to make a few more librarians, just so I can get all of those good sword enchantments. Okay, now I have to do the long and grueling process of swapping trades on librarian villagers. The books that I'm looking for in particular are Sweeping Edge and Sharpness 5. Sweeping Edge 3 and Sharpness 5. So I basically just need to break and replace the lectern repeatedly and keep checking the trades. Dude! I already have Sweeping Edge 3. This is legendary. That's like 3 swaps. I really want that Sharpness 5 book. When are we gonna get it? Oh my god, it's so expensive, but I finally got it. I'm pretty sure the max it can cost is 64 diamonds. And this costs 64 emeralds. Now let's combine these 2 books. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this might be a maxed out sword. It actually is. Let's name it Raid Slasher. Okay. That's really cool. Let's go test it out on something. Wow, that's great. I really do want to try out this raid farm once again, but just so that I feel completely safe, I want to install 2 beacons here just to make sure that I'm not at risk of dying. Strength 2 for one. I guess I'll do resistance and regeneration then. I have finished testing out this farm for quite a while. I probably did like 5 to 10 raids. And yeah, it's really good. I had to keep chucking out all of the useless stuff like the crossbows and the axes. But yeah, we've ended up with all of this just from a very short time, like probably less than half an hour. And yeah, that means I probably should make a storage system here so that I can sort out all of the useful drops like emeralds and redstone, gunpowder, all of the witch drops basically. I've seen some people that have made sorting systems for the same farm that just do like a basic hopper sorting system that goes along that way. And I guess that would work, but it would actually bottleneck the farm because this farm runs at about 2 times hopper speed. So I'm going to need to make a water stream based system. And yeah, hopefully that works out. I think I'm going to make all of the storage chests extend out in this direction, like that. And we'll put one of each item that we're sorting. Alright, I'm completely finished with the storage system here. And all I have to do is finish labeling these chests. Okay, all of the chests are labeled. And yeah, I'll show you what I have for the auto sorters back here. Basically, I have put in the normal auto sorter design back here. We have the 4 blocker items and then the item that we want to sort. And yeah, we just have a bunch of item filters. This one we've got emeralds, redstone, glowstone, gunpowder, sugar, spider eyes, glass bottles, sticks. And then over here we have banners, and then this one's just for everything else. Mostly meant for the totems because that's the main useful thing, but it also gets some potions from the witches and sometimes like some axes and crossbows, which are basically useless to me. Anyways, I did spend a couple hours using this farm, mostly AFK, using an auto clicker, and I didn't die once. Basically, it's just about getting the farm set up properly, and once you've like got the right setup, there's not much of a risk. Anyways, let's go check the results of about 2 hours of AFKing. For emeralds, we have 1.5 chests, gunpowder, and all of the witch drops. Actually, I mislabeled these. For all of the witch drops, we have not very much really. Just a few stacks per hour basically we're getting. So not a good substitute for a witch farm, but it's decent. We do get a decent amount of sticks though. And we also get a ton of ominous banners, which are completely useless to me, like. And yeah, in this chest we've just got everything else, which is mostly the totems of undying, which are actually really fun to use. I just love jumping off of here. Now, I think I can basically say that we are done with the raid farm project. And yeah, there's nothing really more I can do for this to make it any better. And overall, I would say I really like this raid farm. And yeah, it was a little bit tricky to use when I was just getting used to it. And I did have some close calls with the Vexes. But yeah, when I figured out how to do it, it's pretty simple. All you need to do is remember to go just perfectly in the right spot and make sure you turn on all of the levers, especially this one. And yeah. Overall, I would say this farm is probably one of my favorite farms because it provides some of the most like epic items that you've got the emeralds, which are only otherwise attainable with villager trading, which is always a really huge pain. And there's also the totems, which you can only get renewably from this farm, which is really cool. Anyways, now that we're done with this, I think that means that we can actually start working on the big villager trading area that I have planned. And yeah, hopefully we'll get that started in the next episode. But I think that's all I have for you in this episode, so goodbye. Okay, this is the last one for real now.